even during the rut phases. And with fewer mature bucks in a local deer population, there is less rutting competition, creating a rut situation very much different from that in a herd with a more balanced sex ratio. These differences, among others, are a big deal and require special hunting tactics. A serious bow hunter simply cannot afford to ignore the effects of hunting pressure. But the fact that hunting pressure is absolutely critical to bow hunting success on mature bucks in most areas has been largely ignored by the well-known whitetail experts. The reason for this is simple. Recognition as a whitetail expert in the hunting community usually depends on the number of large bucks a hunter has killed or a career as a wildlife biologist. Killing the number and quality of bucks required to be considered an expert is easiest in areas with light hunting pressure, and the vast majority of well-known whitetail hunters hunt in those areas. They do not have to deal with hunting pressure and therefore have no idea how to hunt in such circumstances. Their advice is usually as follows. If you want to kill mature bucks, travel to the places where big bucks are easy to kill. This is realistic advice, but it is impossible to follow for most bow hunters. We are not in any way suggesting that the experts lack the desire and dedication to take big bucks in the areas they hunt. We are simply saying that those same practices will not produce big bucks with any regularity in pressured areas. Whitetail biologists generally are experts in the behavior of deer held in captive environments. Their knowledge can be helpful, providing insight into biological processes, but there is a distinct difference between watching deer behind a high fence or in a severely controlled environment and actually hunting deer that are in an unbalanced herd and live in areas with tremendous hunting pressure. Most deer biologists who hunt do so in areas with little or no hunting pressure, in which deer react similarly to the deer they study in enclosures. Hunting non-pressured areas then lends credibility to their studies in enclosures. Although those studies are beneficial for the small percentage of hunters who hunt in similar circumstances, they are often of little use to those who hunt pressured deer. One recent study examined bucks of different ages in a large enclosure to see how many does they bred with during a specific breeding season. The bucks were from 1.5 to 6.5 years old, with multiple bucks in each age bracket. The question is, how could a study such as this shed any light on breeding habits in a pressured area where most of these age brackets do not exist? We often encounter bow hunters from heavily hunted areas with perhaps 1 or 2 100-inch bucks to their credit, who have a skill level far above that of many of these whitetail experts, but will never kill the huge bucks so prevalent in the hunting literature and videos. They are simply in the wrong location to do so. This location problem is the reason why so few well-known whitetail hunters hunt in the really pressured states, such as Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Michigan, and New York, even though some of them hail from these areas. And it is the same reason that an abundance of big-name hunters are from Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Kansas. The playing field is simply not level. Having hunted in both types of areas, we are speaking from direct experience. A hunter of average ability in pressured areas will more than likely be able to kill mature bucks regularly in some lightly hunted areas. That same hunter will have severe difficulty killing any 2.5-year-old in other areas with more pressure. Many of the techniques presented in most modern hunting videos would be unthinkable in a pressured area. A hunter's expectations are tightly bound to the region in which he hunts. In some areas, bucks that score 100 inches are far more rare than 160 class bucks in other areas. Heavy hunting pressure is a major reason for this discrepancy, though habitat has huge implications as well. In some of the big woods areas we hunt in northern Michigan, it usually takes a buck 3.5 years to grow antlers that measure just over 100 inches. The slow growth rate coupled with heavy hunting pressure makes larger antlered bucks absolute rarity.